Page 16. This is key signatures and minors, and on page 17 they're talking about natural and harmonic minors. I'm going to cover all of this in this lesson. First, the key signatures. We've been using them all along. I've been talking about them all along. It's one of the steps I go through when I learn a piece of music. Got to check the key signatures. And key signatures can change in the music. They have to change at a bar line. They can't change in the middle of a measure, but otherwise they can change anywhere, any number of times, whatever. They give some examples at the top. I would prefer you just learn the scales. Learn what sharps or flats are in a scale. The order of the sharps is always the same order in a key signature, and the order of the flats is the same order, but it's a different order than the sharps. They're actually reversed. The order of the flats is like going one way, where the order of the sharps is going the opposite. They're exactly the same, except they're reversed. So when you glance at it and you see 4 flats, you just instantly know what they are because you know how to do the scale, because you know what scale has 4 flats in it. You just know what it is. It's so much easier than trying to read the music and figure out, now, is this flatted or not, or is this sharp or whatever? Just learn the scale and you play in the key. You play within the notes of the scale. It's so much easier. It really is. I've done it both ways. And when I finally got into college and had to learn the scales properly and the whole bit, then it came together and I understand. It's so much easier just to play in the key. So learn the scales. They give the common ones they teach first is C major is no sharps or flats, and they got 1 sharp, 1 flat, and 2 sharps, 2 flats, and you can go all the way up to 7. Because we got 7 notes available, all of them could be sharp or all of them could be flat. So yes, we can have an E sharp. An E sharp on piano is just theory. Why don't they write an F? Well, it gets more into theory because they can't have an F in the harmony they're using. They have to have an E. But they don't want an E sound, they want an F sound, so they have to do it as an E sharp. Totally all messed up. I'll talk about it more when we get there. So you can have E sharps, you can have B sharps, you can also have F flats, and you can have C flats. Yeah, whatever. I wouldn't worry about it. Just learn the scales. Know the scales of the pieces you're playing. Yeah, because that way you just play in the key. You have to make adjustments for the accidentals. That can be a challenge sometimes if there's a lot of accidentals, but otherwise play in the key. These are all majors, but there's a minor scale with the same key signature. And I call them out in the pieces. I say, do this major and this minor. They have the same key signature. When the minor has the same key signature, we call it a relative minor. It's related to the major by key signature. C major has a relative minor. That is, that there is a minor key with the same key signature, no sharps or flats, and that is A minor. No sharps or flats. All of these have that. G major has 1 sharp, and its relative minor is E minor. Now, how do I know what's what? Well, I go down 3. C, go 1, 2, 3. But you got to know which black keys to use, and to do that, you got to know the scale. You got to know which black keys are in the scale. So I go down 3 in the scale, but the one I'm on is 1. 1, 2, 3, and that tells me the relative minor. G, 1, 2, 3. Remember, there's an F sharp in G major. 1, 2, 3. So E minor is the relative minor. If I do an F major has 1 flat, but I go down 3. 1, 2, 3. So D minor is the relative minor to F major. D minor is 1 flat. D major is here. It's got 2 sharps, but if I go down 3, 1, 2, it's got C sharp. 1, 2, 3. Then B minor is the relative minor to D major, so B minor has 2 sharps. And then finally, B flat major has 2 flats here, B and an E here. And I go down 3, 1, 2, 3, and G minor has 2 flats here. That's how you find the relative minor. Just go down 3 of the scale. Another way of looking at it is to go down 3 half steps. Remember, a half step is the closest distance between 2 notes. So if I have C and I go down 3 half steps, 1, 2, 3, same answer. I'm going to get it there. I can go down 3 half steps each time too, and I'll get the. Some pieces say you go up 6. Well, it's easier for me to count down 3 than to go up 6. So I go down 3. It's the same answer. Then on page 17, we're talking natural and harmonic minor. Oh, you just gotta love it. We got more scales. We did relative minor in the previous page. A relative, remember, is the same key signature. We didn't talk about parallel. I don't know why. Why not just say we got parallel minor also? Because we've already had it in a piece. We did it in that tango. Parallel minor is the minor that starts on the same note. So C major, C minor. It has a different key signature. Parallel has a different key signature. Relative has the same key signature. It's related by key signature. And when in pieces, you can go from one to the other, any of them. I can go from the C major to C minor easily. We already did that. I can also go from C major to A minor. It just blends in. It fits very nicely. And I'm sure we'll do that eventually. Now, there's 3 kinds of minors, scales. We have what's called the natural minor scale. Let's go back to A minor because it's all 8 keys. A to A, let's say. Natural minor. As the key signature says, those are the notes you play. Then we have what's known as a harmonic minor, which is where you raise the 7th step a half step. The 7th step is 1 less than 8, so that's here. So in A minor, it's a G. Instead of a G natural, we're going to play a G sharp. Sounds cool. Sounds better than natural. Okay. It's the harmonic minor I cover in the videos. I've found that if I can play the harmonic minor well, I can adjust for these other minors when I need to. It's not a problem. And that's what they're talking about here on 17, page 17, is the harmonic minor, natural and harmonics. So let's go back. We got C major and A minor. We did that. Natural and harmonic. Then we have G majors and E minor. But if I do the harmonic, I got to take that 7th step up 1. So I got D sharps. Then F major is D minor. But in D minor, again, I'm going to take the 7th step up 1, C sharp. That's all. And there'll be accidentals in the music. You'll see in D minor, you'll see a lot of C sharps in the music. That's because they're using the harmonic minor. When you're doing an A minor, you'll see a lot of G sharps in the music because they're doing the harmonic minor most of the time. They don't have to, but most of the time they do. Now, back to what we were doing. Let's see, we did 1 flat and 1 sharp. Okay, 2 sharps is D major. The minor is B minor. 2 sharps, but we're going to take the 7th step up 1, which is A sharp. Here, it should come up here. B minor. And then for 2 flats is B flat major, which is the minor would be G minor, 2 flats here. Again, I'm going to take the 7th step up 1, use F sharps. For that one, for G minor. So we get the harmonic minor. The melodic minor is the 3rd one. We'll talk about that later. It's sort of a combination of natural and harmonic, sort of. And then you can fill in the blanks there. Let me know if you have questions. I still say the best way to do this is learn the scales of the pieces you're playing. Be able to play the scale, the major and the minor in the key signature of the piece. As well as the arpeggios. When you get to this level, you should be doing the arpeggios too.